there's going to be a lot more detail in there for you to analyze
Right.
going forward. Okay.
That's
But I've
nice.
got I've got a good handle on all these five. So
Okay.
fire away.
All right. So let's talk about Aldo first. Tell
Yep.
me a little bit about did he show up to the appointment or did you have
Yep.
to?
I've had two appointments with Aldo. I
Oh,
just had a second one where we went through a proposal. The biggest thing with Aldo right now is English is his second language. So that was not a challenge, but that's just kind of where I needed to kind of slow down on the second appointment. But no, we went through a proposal. That was actually a couple of days ago, and that was a Zoom call. So the first call was a phone appointment. Second call was a proposal. He's about to totally retire June 6th, and there's about $65,000 right now that are in play with his retirement accounts, and then he has another 100 that's in the bank right now. But what he wanted to specifically talk about were the retirement accounts, combining a couple of those. So that's kind of, and I've got a follow up set with him on Friday, just to see, if he was able to, because I sent him the information that we talked about on our Zoom call, the second call. So that's where Aldo's at right now. And Friday is my follow up with him. Yep.
nice. Um, so we are looking at managing about 165K for him.
I would eventually, yeah. Well, it's about 100 because he's going to have to keep. There's going to be about have to keep about 50, just kind of in, bank money. That's going to just have to be emergency money. So I would say 100 is about
Right.
a
Okay.
closer. No, yeah.
So, I mean, what sort of a compensation do you expect to make out of someone who's putting in like 100K with you or letting you manage his 100K?
Um, and I'm just looking at the 65. I
Yeah.
would say conservatively, depending on what we do, and it's probably going to be something where it's going to be a lump sum compensation. I would say that's going to be about 4 grand, through 3,500 to 4 grand. Yeah.
35 to 4 grand. Okay. That's nice. That's solid. I mean, that's a good
Yeah.
start, right?
Yeah. I agree. I
Um,
agree.
okay. What about Billy Cankle?
Billy, let's see here. Okay, Billy, this guy's unbelievable. So he set the appointment like literally a week after his wife passed away. And it was somewhat sudden. Now she had been sick a little bit, but then things just progressed for the worse. So basically, I already had a good talk with him, and he went through. There's about, when it's all said and done, um, there's going to be about $300,000 that he's going to be transferred over to his name from his wife's estate, and he's just literally starting the process. So I've got a follow up schedule with him. I got to look at my calendar. It's like either mid or late June.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, and he's 67. He just retired. So yeah, there'll be about $300,000 in there that will be up for management, and we can get into a ton of detail. I've got an idea of kind of what he needs cash flow, but that one, yeah, he just needs to. He's at the point where he was just getting. When I talked to him, he had just received the death certificates, and there's just certain things that one of it involves a pension, like with the state pension. Those
Hmm.
can take a couple of months when you get the paperwork in. But basically, hopefully, when I talk to him in June, he'll have a little bit more information in terms of when the funds are going to be available, that type of thing. But
Right.
that's again, yeah, I was just really shocked that, and he was kind of, um,
It
yeah,
was right.
it was just interesting that's, because usually people take a little bit more time to
Yeah.
kind of do it. But I think it wasn't totally sudden, so kind of he had some preparation, but he's just, he said I think he's got a good family, and so that's Billy, and that'll
Got
be up to 300,000, and probably a combination of managed money, which will be fee-based things, and then there'll probably be some insurance products with it, which will be a
right. So
commission-based thing.
if this guy becomes a client, are we possibly looking at around 12 to 15K if I'm guessing it right?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because my guess would be based on his age, it's going to probably be about 2/3. We'd be looking at some type of a guaranteed insurance product, which would be an upfront commission. Then maybe, a third to a half of that being in managed money, which would be an ongoing,
Hmm.
residual based on what we're doing on the management side. I earn about, 65 to 85 basis points per year off of that. So yeah, yep. I think it's fair.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, so let's then move on to Angela Johnson.
Yeah, this is the most interesting one. So Angela, she's 60, husband 67. There's about 1.4 million in assets there. But she's actually literally right now, she is undergoing some really high level tests. She's got some pretty serious health issues going on. I don't think it's gonna be anything fatal, but she needs to get some treatment. And that's where she's at right now. She's at a specialized facility. That's why she called me, because she was leaving. 1.4 is about 800,000 in the husband's IRA. According to her, and she's very savvy financially, but according to her, the husband wants nothing to do with that in terms of making decisions. He'll follow along with her. So we'll see how that progresses. But that's the one I've got to schedule. The June 9th reminder on there is that she's not sure when she's going to get back. She thought it'd be like the first, second week of June. But that one's about an hour and a half drive for me. So if she's up for it, that's when I'm going to try to do a face-to-face. I'd like to get out there and meet them, and but if she wants to do a Zoom, we'll do a Zoom. But I would say on that one, and they are going to move. There probably is about $1 million in play in terms of management, and she the whole context is she wants him to basically shut it down within a year. So we'd be looking at some type of an income plan for them off of that, which would be a good chunk of that. At least 50% is going to go into like some type of a guarantee type of an insurance product, which that's where you get the bigger upfront.
So
depends on how much.
This is like you said they have like 1.5 million in assets and then 600K in cash. So are we looking at around?
No, the 600K is part of the 1.4. The 600K is part of the 1.4. So basically, it's about 600 in the bank, about 800 in the 401, and then we're going to downsize. They live in an area where the real estate's pretty pricey. They've got a nice house.
Right.
I think it's like 500,000-600,000, and they're going to move, and they're not sure where they're going to go yet. But that's yeah.
Okay, so with these guys, we'd be looking at between 30 to 40K if
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, that's a safe number.
We already have like 30K. I'm being very conservative again. So 30K here, 3K here, 12K here. So we have like roughly 45K in the pipeline already.
I agree. Yep.
That's all.
And I know how this business works. Then you don't get all those big ones, but you get a few of those over a period of time. And I understand. Yep. So.
All right then. We'll keep progressing. I'll be sharing those creatives with you, and we'll keep optimizing these campaigns.
Good.
All right. Beautiful. See you soon.
Thank you. Sounds good. Bye.